Hey guys, Rory Neary here from Data Spinners, cracking on with the PowerApps art project. So this time round, every so often you will take a photo and then you'll think, you know what, didn't really like that, or whatever it might be. And so it's a good idea to be able to delete a line out of the submissions that you've made. So if I come off here and I go on to back onto the art project, I'm going to come off this bit here. And I can hit the back button. What we really want is some kind of, you've seen here that we've taken two line items. That's not really that helpful. So what we are going to do is to I'm going to insert a let's just check on here, make sure that we can actually pop it in. Yep, that's absolutely fine. So we are going to insert a trash icon in there. Good. We'll make it a bit smaller. And what we're going to do is so sometimes I actually make a pop-up to say, are you sure you want to do this, and so on. So so what I'll do is on select, no, that's select parent, is that's the default behavior. So on select update context, are you sure, and I've just done it wrong, but I will go back and we'll go, are you sure is true. And essentially what this means is it's asking a question, or rather it's setting a variable, and it's called are you sure. So what we're going to do is we are going to create a little button here, a new button, and we are going to insert it. Oh, it's done it already, so I shall undo that because that's not really what I want. I am going to go onto the main screen here, and we're going to go button. Good, that's fine. And I'm going to say on there, are you sure you want to delete an item? Okay, question mark. And what we're going to do with that is we're just going to come off it. That's fine. Delete an item. And what I'm going to do in there is I'm going to do two more buttons. I'm going to go button, and we're going to do a yes button. Yes. And we're going to put the fill as green, and we'll do insert another button, and we'll do, is it a no button? I'll do no, and then on we're going to do fill of red. Should work. Yeah, fill of red. And then what we're going to do is going to click all three items, and I'm going to go to the home tab, over to the groups, pop it into a group, and we're going to call it the group, and we'll rename it, and we'll call it GRP. Are you sure? And what we're going to do with this is we are going to set the visible property on this, visible to are you sure? So that will actually only come up whenever we click on one of these. So are you sure you want to delete an item? Yes, no. Now what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that every time a button, one of these buttons is pressed, it actually sets the visible property to false. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do on select, and I'm going to copy and paste that, but in this case I'm going to make it false, and it's disappeared. It shouldn't. I think it's probably because I have pressed on it. So let's get it to reappear again, and I'm going to click in there. Just click on there. Update context. Are you sure? It's false. and then I'm going to jump on there, and on select, are you sure is false. That's good. That means if we click on there, so the only thing this thing's going to do at the moment is just going to turn it on and off. Okay, good. So now what we want to do is actually get it to remove an item. So what we want to do is, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat my way to this. So I'm going to click on there, and I am going to say on select, remove, and I just want to check the gallery that we're actually on. Let's call this, rename it to GLRY line item, just so we can actually find it again. So I've renamed that, and I am going to jump on here, and on this thing here, I'm going to cheat for the moment. I am going to say, are you sure? And then we're going to say remove, and we are going to remove it from project lines, and then we're going to remove this item. Now we can't get away with that later on, so we could get away with it if we pressed remove, it would get rid of it, and that'd be fantastic. But in fact, what we need to do is, I'm going to pick up this text here, and I'm going to just jump it into this green one here, hit the semicolon, and I'm going to remove project lines. Oh, there's two of those in there. Remove from project lines, and we're going to do this is going to be GLRY line item dot selected. So at this point, it's happy that even though we've come outside of the gallery, we have actually selected something, and by virtue of actually clicking on the trash icon. So this is all we need to do now. What's going to happen is, if we look on here and if we click on this, then are you sure you want to delete an item? We go no. Well, it's not going to do anything. And if we click on it again, this time round and say, are you sure you want to delete an item? And we go yes, then we should find that this one eventually disappears. I don't know if you can see the dots appearing at the top of the page. It's firing it off up to oh look, so we've got some more. We've got some more that we need to delete. So you can see that they've got a lot of junk in here. Are you sure you want to delete an item? I'm going to go yes to that. I am, in that case, I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to move this trash icon elsewhere. Good. And I'll leave it at the moment. It's probably not an ideal color, but that's fine. So what we got is, I've got a few items that I really don't want. This Raspberry Pi one, which didn't work. I'm going to delete that, and then delete my ho-ho. And you can just see that it's fairly easy to actually delete an item. So there we go. This deleting of items is real cool. So if you like this sort of stuff, please subscribe. I think